An adoptive mother and grandmother accused in the death of an 11-year-old girl ask a judge for bail. Coming up, what else we learned in court today. Plus, a chase by police that ended in a lagoon in the North County.
Today, we welcomed home 1,200 sailors from the USS Tripoli. We saw hugs, kisses, and tears. Coming up, we will share with you those beautiful reunions just in time for the holidays.
A family in Encinitas needs your help raising $1 million to fund treatments for their son battling a rare disease.
And battling leukemia isn't fun, but meeting professional athletes is. The 24-year-old founder of Triumph Together.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now. A plea for bail today in an El Cajon courtroom from the adoptive family members charged in the death of an 11-year-old girl. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Disturbing new details came out in court, including the fact that Arabella McCormick weighed just 48 pounds at the time of her death. As our David Goffson reports, Arabella's biological mother sat in court holding a photo of her dead daughter.
A 911 call on August 30th reporting a girl in distress brought ambulances to the McCormick home in Spring Valley.
When they arrived, they found the 11-year-old Arabella lying on the living room floor. She was pale, unresponsive, and had no pulse.
11-year-old Arabella McCormick was later declared dead at the hospital. Her adoptive mother and grandparents are now charged with torture in the girl's death. In El Cajon Court Tuesday, attorneys for the adoptive mother, Letitia McCormick, and her mother, Adela Tom, asked the judge to set bail.
Ms. McCormick has no prior arrests, no prior convictions, and there is no evidence. Let me say it again, there is no evidence to support an argument that she poses a danger to the public.
Your Honor, she has support from friends that would allow her to live with them if released on home recognizance or a bail amount that's set that would be affordable for her.
That's when Deputy District Attorney Meredith Pro revealed the gruesome details of Arabella's death.
At the time of her death, Arabella visibly was already severely emaciated. Her bones protruded from her skin. She had visible bruising, lacerations to her body. After further investigation, it was learned she had 15 healing bone fractures to her body.
The prosecutor said Arabella and her two younger sisters were all malnourished, and she alleged the adoptive family members forced the girls to exercise and withheld water, all while the girls were starving to death.
She also weighed 48 pounds, which was less than what she weighed at the age of 5 years old.
Also in the courtroom, the girl's biological mother, who lost custody of the children in 2017.
This is Arabella. This is my least favorite picture of her because of how skinny she is in this photo. And I held it up so they can see, so Letitia and her mother can stare at what they did.
In the end, the judge denied bail, saying the defendants were clearly a danger to society and a flight risk. They face life in prison if convicted. So all three defendants will continue to be held without bail. They'll be back in court on January 18th. At the El Cajon Courthouse, David Goffson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. A woman is in the hospital tonight after being shot by law enforcement in Talmadge a little before 9 last night. This happened on Colwood Lane. Investigators say officers engaged the woman inside a stolen van and that when asked to get out, she pointed what looked like a gun at them. A Chula Vista police officer and a sheriff's sergeant opened fire, hitting her multiple times. They later learned the gun was a replica. This was a task force that was going after stolen autos. The woman has serious injuries but is expected to survive. No officers were hurt. Mayor Todd Gloria signed an executive order today to address the fentanyl crisis in the city of San Diego. Fentanyl overdoses killed more than 800 San Diegans last year. City leaders say the order will increase prevention efforts, including education, and will give law enforcement and prosecutors the tools to investigate and prosecute people involved in fentanyl-related crimes.
Right now, Chula Vista Mayor Mary Casillas-Salas is delivering her final State of the City address. She is being termed out after 8 years in office as mayor. Mayor Salas says her biggest accomplishment is how she has strengthened Chula Vista's economy. She says the billion-dollar Bayfront project and SDSU Chula Vista Cinematic Arts Center will enhance the community's quality of life.
I see that the city is going to be growing in influence in the region, and that we will become a major player, and that we will be the hub and the center for a lot of economic development.
As for who will be the next mayor of Chula Vista, Council Member John McCann is currently leading and will likely take over that seat. Gas prices dropped again overnight. The average price for a gallon of regular unleaded here in San Diego County dropped nearly 5 cents to $5.03. That's 21 cents a gallon lower than what we were paying just a week ago, and $1.40 lower than the record high set on October 5th.
Meantime, statewide, tonight the average price for a gallon of gas has fallen below $5. The California Energy Commission says prices started to drop after the governor ordered a switch to the cheaper winter blend of gas.
As our political reporter Morgan Reiner tells us, the commission met today to discuss why we saw much higher prices here in California compared to the rest of the nation.
The meeting lasted all day long with a panel full of experts. Noticeably absent, though, any representative for the 5 oil companies that control 97% of the gas in California.
The California Energy Commission made it clear they reached out individually to the 5 oil companies to ask them to participate in Tuesday's hearing.
The lack of the refinery's participation in this discussion is really going to limit our ability to more deeply understand why Californians paid $2.61 more than other Americans.
But still, the commission's Gordon Schremp went through a list of a combination of explanations.
We're self-sufficient. We produce pretty much everything we need and consume it here locally. However, when there's a significant unplanned outage, additional supply needs to come from somewhere.
And the gas from overseas used to supplement the outages, he said, is more expensive. UC Berkeley's Haas School of Energy Director Severin Borenstein said that plays a role, but he has other thoughts.
In the vast majority of these the differential, it's coming downstream. It's coming in the marketing, distribution, and retailing sectors. Refiners continue to play a huge role there. They own some of the downstream stations, and they have tremendous control over the pricing of most of the other branded downstream stations.
CEO of consumer watchdog Jamie Court said he knows it's because of greed.
2022, the oil refiners in California doubled their profits. These are unprecedented profits. They're unprecedented windfall profits, and it's all because of the market power of the oil refiners.
While the oil companies did not participate, the head of the Western States Petroleum Association, Catherine Reese-Boyd, said it comes down to mostly policymakers.
We have a greater tax burden. We have higher environmental program costs. We adopt regulations and policies that have both prevented needed energy infrastructure from being built in the state, and we send signals to the market that have significantly curtailed investment.
One of the big takeaways today is that it's hard to say exactly what the main cause for California seeing these huge price hikes compared to the rest of the country when you don't have the access or the authority to access a lot of the data from the oil companies.
Thanks, Morgan. San Diegans who are owed money by the county have just one more day to file a tax refund claim. County Treasurer Tax Collector Dan McAllister says the county still has more than $1 million it needs to give back to residents. Right now, there are nearly 1,400 unclaimed refunds. To see if your name is on that list, you can head to the CBS8.com website and click on the Help button.
Hundreds of sailors on board the USS Tripoli are back home tonight, reuniting with loved ones.
The amphibious warship was out for nearly 7 months on its maiden deployment. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol has more on the special homecoming from Naval Base San Diego.
Well, we have smiles, hugs, even tears as 1,200 sailors on the USS Tripoli are making their way down here. Now, first 21 dads get to meet their babies for the first time. Alejandro, congratulations. What does it feel like to be able to meet Mila for the first time?
It's very exciting. I've been looking forward to this for months now, so just to finally be here is definitely like super exciting. You know, I'm just super happy.
Is this your first little baby?
Yes, this is my first baby, yes.
What was the communication like while on deployment?
It was hard. We had to email a lot and different things like that, you know. Whenever we hit port, I was able to call, but, you know, it was hard.
And let's see, can we see baby Mila? Yeah. Hello. Oh. And Mom, this is really special. I saw you sprinting.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Amazing. It's so good to have him home. I'm so excited.
And the holidays are around the corner. What are you going to first do when you get home?
I don't know. What are we going to do?
Go eat. We're going to go eat some food.
Go. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy holidays. And this is just one of so many families that this moment they've been waiting for 7 months to welcome the USS Tripoli home. It was actually their first deployment. And we have a lot of anxious sailors up there waving at their family members. A lot of phone calls being made. Say, I can see you, I can see you. I've been hearing young kids screaming, Mommy, Daddy, just waiting for that moment to embrace their family members for the first time. As you can see, we have another group of sailors coming off. Just smiles, hugs all the way around, and they're looking for their family as they make their way through the crowd full of signs, love, and support for their sacrifice that they gave to our country over the past 7 months, so far away from their friends and family. Of course, we are so happy to welcome them home just in time for the holidays, and we'll have more on CBS8.com and later editions of CBS 8 News. I'm Dana Marie McNichol. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Dana, and
Yes.
welcome back.
Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying a wonderful family dinner tonight.
Still ahead tonight. A Senate victory for a bill to protect same-sex marriage.
Plus, the CEOs of the nation's 2 largest grocery chains make their case for a merger, why some workers and customers say it's a bad idea.
We have passing clouds and cool temps in the forecast for tonight. Also talking about 59 degrees for downtown. Now, we're still talking about the cool temps, but there could be some rain on the way. All those details coming up.
And up next, the message one daredevil tried to spread today when he scaled the Ritz-Carlton up in L.A.